So it's been a good month, the last month. We should have actually met last Friday, but last Friday I was half sleepy. I just had come back from Oslo, and so we couldn't hold the TWT. So this is a slightly delayed TWT for the month of April that went by. It was an extremely busy and interesting and exciting months that went by. So I'll come to that soon. You know, the launch of the campaign, Hele's visit, and so on. We'll come to that soon. But let me start with the state offices. Remember last time around I said that, or the state offices had, on our pulse survey, said that they don't feel connected to the CEO or the CEO's office. Most of it came from them there. So we immediately took some steps to correct that. One of it was to have lunch with people in the office, or whoever comes from outside, if they are available on a Friday, and if I'm here, we were going to have lunch together, and that has started. And the other thing was that we appointed, they selected point persons for a state to discuss TWT after it happens here. That's what we've been talking about, the video link, heavy files and so on. Once they receive it, they spend a couple of hours looking at it and then also giving us feedback and discussing among themselves, you know, what is that need to be taken forward. So every state has got a point person right now, and 4 states, Andhra Pradesh, Delhi, Rajasthan and Telangana. Andhra, Telangana combined together, 1 state, sir. And Punjab, Haryana. Does that make it 5? That makes it 4. Oh yeah, Punjab, Haryana is 1 state. Yeah. Yeah, for us, for practical purposes, it's one state for us. So they had sent us a feedback after watching TWT. You know, some of the suggestions are all the key decisions and outcomes of the GC meetings, key decisions, like who is going to be fired. No, the GC doesn't make that decision. I make that decision. So the key decisions of GC should be told to the state officers as well. Yes, we have taken note of that, and we will be doing that. And pulse finding, they said that they should be shared, and we already shared that last week. It would have come to you. Everybody would like to know what exactly is the criteria for the EGI award. So we are going to circulate that. There is a note that has been created, and number one thing for you to know is that EGI award should not be based on what they have done in the previous 10 years. It should be more recent. So it's a monthly award. So it'll be great in that particular month something great happened, and so you decided to give the award. But at least it should be more recent is one of the criteria. And the other criteria, where is Smita? Smita and Shweta are working on it, and it will be circulated soon on the EGI award. These are all coming from the state offices. Where is Pulkit? Is he there? Okay. What was your comment last time? Because it was taken up by a state. That's why I'm going to ask you. No, you got to be louder than that.
It was about the rampant child labor in and around.
Okay, rampant child labor in Gurgaon, and we should be doing something about it. And you have agreed to take leadership on that. And what have you done so far? You and Vishal are preparing something.
Some sort of white paper.
Okay.
Wherein we analyze what the problem is and we suggest some possible solutions.
Okay, good. Now to strengthen your white paper and your straw man or whatever you call it, here comes the DSPO. DSPO, when they met at in their own office to discuss TWT, they very well appreciated your comment, and they said that they will support you on this, and they will give you all the monies and whatever is required. Yeah, so it's wonderful. So you should get in touch with Avinash, our SPM, and see how to take it forward. And I would like this project, Gurgaon project, to be 100% executed, implemented by Save the Children employees and their families. Possible? Instead of going through a partner, we should do it ourselves. Let us get our hands kind of dirty by going into that field and working with these children. This will be first hand experience for us. Why don't you give 2 hours of a week or something like that? You know, the corporates come and tell us, we want to come and paint your school. All the things that we don't need, they give us. But we, you know, the cream of developmental organizations in India, all the intellects that reside here, the think tank, if you were to design a program for Gurgaon under the leadership of Pulke and the State Program Office, we'll be able to really do a great thing. So can I see this straw man, what is it called, white paper, with the support of... Yes, that's fine. Those concept paper, can we see it happening in the next month? And then an implementation plan or a project plan along with that. Okay, so we'll do it. So everybody is listening. When TWT is happening, the states are listening. So that is a good example of that. Yes, you were going to say something.
I will connect with DSO right away.
Great, excellent. Okay, and they also said that why don't you talk about, you only seem to be talking about achievements in the National Support Office. By the way, this is not called the head office. Even this morning I corrected somebody. This is not a head office. That so and so has joined the head office. So what is that we are going to call this? Support office, or because it is a national support office, you may want to call it National Support Office. NSO is a good idea to call it. This is not a head office. There is no head here. Let there be more tails here. Yeah, so call it the National Support Office. So the other things the state office said is that, you know, please talk about some of our achievements. On 30th April 2016, State Education Department gave Jammu and Kashmir an award for its contribution to the education sector. That is one great thing happened. 3 child champions from Rajasthan were identified by FICCI as the future state women of the future. 3 girls for their work on child marriage. Wonderful? Yeah. Isn't that fantastic news? And then our child safeguarding policy was adopted by the Social Welfare Department of Bihar, and also a decision was taken by Jammu and Kashmir to implement it in all schools across. Isn't it wonderful? We should do that across the 31, or how many states do we have? 31, 32? 29. You said 29? Okay. Now, with Telangana, sir, you should be more aware.
29.
Telangana is a 29th state. Okay, 29 states, in all schools, there should be Save the Children child safeguarding policy, like in Bihar Social Welfare Department as well as Jammu and Kashmir. And many of you asked, many of people from the state office asked, we need more clarity on what is happening to Project Avtar. How do you pronounce that? I was just discussing with Shweta. Is it Avtar or Avtar? Okay, everybody likes to anglicize it, so let it be Avtar or Avtar. Okay, so we thought we should add some something to it on TWT and tell you what is the great progress that is happening on the organizational review. I think we are making substantial progress, fantastic progress. Award management function has been mapped out, and we have found that award management in our organization is pretty weak. It is in 2-3 functions, but they are not really well coordinated. They are not well coordinated, so we need to do something about it. So I think there is a huge bit of mapping, etc., has been done, and we have found out that compared to the global organizations of Save the Children, how we are doing. I was in Oslo last week, and I found out that it doesn't help us in any way. That some of these big guys are behind us in many things that we do, and some of them are weaker than us in some of our systems. But that shouldn't make us happy. We should have the best systems working for us any given point of time. So award management function has been clearly mapped out, and soon you will find that where it's going to sit and how it's going to be run. And there's some quick win non-structural solution. That is why, without, even if we were to not to change the structure of the organization structure, there are some quick wins that we could do, and some of them are increased transparency in salary. That means, Charu, you have to tell them now what salary you get.
Yeah.
Are you going to say that now? That is what increased transparency means. No, increased transparency means you should actually know about the salary ranges each grade has, and how each grade is how grade is decided, and how also we decide the salary ranges in each grade. That will come to you soon. There has been more cross-functional engagement that has been asked for, especially in the middle management level. That is being worked out. People wanted to have a summary of SMT meetings, which we plan to release maybe at least on a monthly basis. But I can also say that many of the GWT meetings, many of the decisions that we took at the SMT level, we talk about it, and there has to be a better training on written communication. Okay, that may be something which we need to take up seriously and improve. I was saying that the best way to write well is to read more. Just now when we were looking for the famous Eglantine Jebb's biography, Shraddha said 2 books are missing. I said, what a wonderful news if somebody has stolen those books to read. Yeah, because we read less. I think that's that's something which we need to, as an organization, as individuals, we need to improve. If you can read more, you can write well, but that there's going to be also some training that has been sought for writing better, and that will come your way. Then, it's mostly on, it's not writing about writing fiction, though there are people who have written fictions here. Well, some of our emails actually read like fiction, don't they? Well, it's about email communication. What are the email etiquette that we should follow, and so on and so forth. Why should we send copies to everybody, all staff in the organization, or to easy to reply all and stuff like that? We don't have to reply all. Maybe we need to reply to the person, people who, anyway, there is a training that is planned. And the other thing is that managers in this organization, including me, don't appreciate people's work well. Okay, I don't know how many of you have lasted since my first TWT in Chennai in the year 2006 or 2007. I had just read a book called Whale Done. Heard of that book? It's also written by my favorite author of management, whom I can't remember, the guy who also wrote about situational leadership. Ken Blanchard. You remember, sir? You got that book. I think I gave to Coke of that book called Whale Done. And it is all about how the wild whales in the sea are tamed in those sea resorts, which, sea worlds of this world. Australia has a couple of them. US has many of them. How do they tame these whales? How do they tame the whales? Any idea? Not by punishment. Sorry?
Instant
Recognition by patting on the back or giving them food. And when there are some of these things are negative things that you do, just forgetting that for some time and giving that positive reassurance and pat on the back. That is a whale done theory. And these wild whales who will kill you if you meet them, and they are trained to be friendly, and not only just be friendly, they do all kinds of tricks. If you go to the sea world, you'll find that. So how can we change this organization into a whale done organization? Forget about small errors and small mistakes or some major mistakes which have led to some major learning. We need to understand that and have more of sabash, well done, whale done, to be done this organization. And people have asked for a training of that. Yeah. So Knudsen is Knudsen still doing training here? Yeah. So he has to find the appropriate training for entire organization, especially those who supervise people, how to give positive feedback, positive pat on the back, etc. So that is about Project Avatar. And coming to the more recent events, Hele's visit. Hele, the newly appointed CEO of Save the Children International, and obviously because of her stature where she's coming from, is attracting a lot of international attention, as well as opening doors for us in many of the global occasions, global moments, global organizations, etc. It's so wonderful to have. After spending a week with her here, going to Gaya with her, again I was stuck with her last week in Oslo because we had the CEO steering group. But that visit and that launch went wonderfully well. And I would like to congratulate, I would like to thank, I would like to say well done to Bidisha and her team. And everybody else who supported this. So can I see everybody, including Dave, who these days don't appreciate me much. But Dave is well appreciated for the fantastic work that he has done, including my op-ed, which I wrote 100%. Nobody can take blame for that. Because I keep telling this to people that if I write, my name should go under it. If I don't write and you write for me, it should go under your name. So there was an op-ed that came in Hindustan Times. How many of you have read it? Reading is a problem. Yeah, Pragya read it, and many of you have read it. Thank you for reading it. But that was just one small thing. But we got some fantastic media coverage. We had for a long time after, we got all the very first time we got a cabinet minister of the current government coming and being on the stage with us, and not only that, tweeting about it after it happened. And thank you very much for Sridhar's Telangana connection with him. I must say Telangana connection because I think I told you last time when we actually went to meet him, he was very grumpy looking and in his room, looking down and not even looking up at us. And Sridhar tried to say a couple of times, I'll see you, I'll see you. He didn't look up. And then he started speaking in Telugu. Oh, Sridhar. And then he just shot up from his seat and said, yes, I'm going to come. Did it happen like that? Almost like that, right? Almost like that. And we kept in touch with him. And if you were there, how many of you were there for that? I said everybody should be there. Those of you who didn't come, you are marked absent for that day. How many of you were there? Oh, that's good to see. Everybody, even those who were not there, are putting up their hands. That's good. It was fantastic. And now this man, Mr. Naidu, took his own time. First he said 3 o'clock, then he said 3:30, then he said 4, then he said 4:30, 4:40. Finally he showed up around 4:50, and we had to extend the drums playing for about by half an hour. We all learned how to play drums, and more importantly, I don't know how many of you noticed that Vidisha was extempore doing a wonderful job of doing that fillers in between. Did you notice that?
Yeah.
Didn't she do a great job?
Yes.
Why is such a muffled yes? Yes, she did a great job of extending that and filling those times, etc. Wonderful, and nobody ever recognized that the minister was actually supposed to come at 3, but when he came at 4:45 or whatever time he came, he made good of that time, and it was just so great. I don't think any country in the world of Save the Children did such fantastic launch. So we can be proud about that. And I've heard this not just here in Oslo. Hele was talking about it to other CEOs. What a wonderful job that we did, and it was such a back-to-back event that we had. I went with her to Gaya, came back, and the next morning we went and met Maneka Gandhi for the first time. When we met Maneka Gandhi, Harpal Singh, our chair, and I, and Pragya with flowers went to meet her, and that was the only part of it was good, where she took the flowers from Pragya, acknowledged her, and put it in a vase, and then she sat in front of us and then looked at us and said, "Okay, what do you do?" So Harpal started talking about what we do or what we try to do, and then she looked at all of us and then she said, "That means you don't do anything." This is the welcome that we got very first time when we met Maneka Gandhi. But this time we met Maneka Gandhi. What a transition. We don't know what changed, what inspired Maneka Gandhi. Maybe it is Hele who was with her. She even called Vidisha Beta. Beta you do? Whatever she said. And then she also told us that she was actually wearing a cotton sari, I think. But she said, Maneka Gandhi told us that, I don't like these women who come in chiffon saris with pearls and then go to 5-star hotels as NGOs. So she was attired nicely, and which got a nice comment from her. And she also tweeted with our pictures after that meeting. So it was just a wonderful time that we had. And again, I would like to thank everybody. And if I take one person's name of that group, it will be unfair on the others. But I would still like to take one person's name, and that is Stephanie. Where is she? She's not here. Is Stephanie here? Yes, in the corner. She did a great job. Great job of coordinating various things, and also putting up with the moods of people, tempers of people, and just running and doing her job so quietly and so nicely. So thank you, Stephanie, and thanks everybody else who did a fantastic job for this launch, and which really attracted global attention, I must say. It was followed by CEO Steering Group last week. CEO Steering Group is mostly the group that kind of mirrors the board of Save the Children International. As you know that Save the Children India has a board seat, and I sit on the CEO Steering Group. We basically discuss the global direction, the strategy, etc., etc. And we also every quarter look at what was the performance of the previous quarter and how we are doing on our 9 strategic areas. All these things we will look at, and it is just wonderful to tell you that Save the Children globally ended up substantially better than what it was projected to do in the month of November 2015. When the year ended, Save the Children US had a $50 million that came in. Save the Children Sweden had an equal amount, so we were about $150 million above plan as far as November projections were concerned. So that is fantastic. We also discussed very confidentially, very secretly, what we are going to do in 2019. What is 2019 in the history of Save the Children? 100 years. 100 years. We should be getting a Nobel Prize for 100 years. Of course, you can't work behind getting a Nobel Prize, can you? Can you go and influence the whatever academy, the Nobel Academy, which is in Sweden and Norway and so on, and say, give us the Nobel Prize? No, our work should speak for itself. And I think we have done some fantastic work in the last 100 years, and in the previous years. I think Ebola response was a phenomenally good response that we had. That was path-breaking, that was risk-taking. We lost people there, and we continue to lose people in many parts of the country. We are in conflict zones. We put our life or our necks on the line for children of this world. So I think forget about Nobel Prize. I think we deserve definitely a lot of applause. Though we don't do it for applause, but it's important to get some applauses so that our work can further spread. So we discussed what we are going to do. We need to start working now, because the centenary celebrations should be a hit. So we also from India contributed significantly to those discussions. We looked at the 9 strategic areas which we have also signed up to, and one of those 9 strategic priorities we lead from India. Which is that one? No, that is not one of the 9 strategic areas. Urban initiative is an initiative. Knowledge. And so the head of that international knowledge management, we have identified him in India, and he is going to work out of this office. How many of you have met him? Kaushik Roy. Have you been? Where is Kaushik? Oh, Kaushik is right in front of me. Okay, Kaushik has got a fantastic background and experience. Basically, in the consulting area, he has worked with organizations like KPMG and also E&Y. Any other organization? And Deloitte. You know, so only one is missing. You've been with all the 3, the big consulting agencies, and he had a global level of responsibility in handling knowledge management in KPMG, and so he's joined us. He's going to work out of this office, and will be connecting globally, and he's on his induction, and he'll be traveling around the world, meeting up with many different players of Save the Children. He will also be there for the members meeting. So welcome, Kaushik.
Thank you so much.
And I'm told that you've got a place to sit.
Yes, I have.
I'm not very happy about that, because we are all supposed to be getting hot seats.
I'm trying to check. I come in at 8:30, so anyone who comes before that.
So he comes in, and if any one of you come in before me, you're welcome to take my seat. Okay, because that is what is hot seating about. Is around it. We need some change management to be happening around there, because nobody belongs to a seat, or a seat doesn't belong to you. You should be walking around, and if you come late, you can't go and ask. You can't go and ask somebody else who's already come there and sat down to leave from there. We need to work on it. I know it's a bit of a pain point at this point, but we need to work around it, because organizations around the world are doing that, including the Microsofts and the Googles and all. And I've heard that well, Microsoft has much bigger seating arrangement or much bigger space to move around. We don't. I think that's the fun of it. You know that how many of you played that what that chair thing called?
Musical chair.
Musical chair. Isn't it fun to play that game? If you don't, you know, someday you're very lucky and someday you're not. So there is certain excitement to that. I find it exciting. So anyway, that we need to work around that. But let me also tell you the good news. In DSPO, we are taking the floor upstairs. Okay, which means that there also I'm telling people, and that actually opens to another discussion, because again some of the state officers have asked that question. But anyway, the first about, there is going to be more space that is going to be on the floor above the current office. So some of you, especially those of you have got work in the city of Delhi, government meetings and so on. In between meetings, instead of going to a coffee shop, you can go to our East of Kailash office and work out of there. You are welcome to go to coffee shops as well. So and there may be some people who don't want to come all the way. Sometime, not all times, could work out at that place. So we will have to coordinate that closely. All SMT members will have to come every day to Gurgaon. Don't be happy about the Delhi office, okay? Okay, one of the questions that the state office are asking, that you give such flexibility to the head office, not head office, national support office. Why not us? I'm asking the same question. Why not the state offices? But all what I've told them is, or I'm telling them is, I think I've told them already, is that please work with your SPM, and the SPM should work with your program team, how feasible it is. Take it up with the PMT and the PLT and whatever LTs you have, and make a decision. It's your decision, not my decision. It's a program team's decision, but the state officers should some days work from home. Why not? Can't they? Of course, they have a lot of work at the field level, but it is just to come and clock that number of hours. I am not for it. And one of the recommendations from Andhra Pradesh is that don't take away that biometrics. We want to feel that we are disciplined. Do we need external things to feel that we are disciplined? Do we need our fingerprint to be given somewhere? Oh, that brings me, I should tell this joke. You know, a couple of weeks back I went for my Oslo biometric printing of my 10 fingers, and they needed repeat of that, and then suddenly the machine conked out or something, and it was not recording anything. So, and this young lady who was trying to get all the fingers, she was getting so frustrated, and she called her boss in, and I thought I will just make a joke out of it, and I said, this must be my parents' fault, that this genetic mapping is not showing on my fingertip. And then without batting an eyelid, she looked at me and she said, no sir, after a certain age this happens. So that was my joke about that. Anyway, biometrics. Back to biometrics. I mean, there are some people like Vishal who can share with me that joke. Oh, he went for his fingerprint testing. So fine. So then maybe the age theory is wrong. So they are saying that they want it. I said, if you want it, who can stop you from having it? But I don't think you need an external stuff like I know people like Ashutosh are also against it, or for it, for biometrics, right? He was always for it, yeah. But anyway, that is left to the state offices. If they want to continue, if they want to get away with it, that is all that they have to work within their PLT, PMT and do it. Other good news, this morning, though it happened a while ago, I got a mail from Sonali saying that we got our FCRA renewed for the next 5 years. Isn't that good news? Because we were going through a bit of a tough time in the last couple of years, especially after the new government came in. There were many organizations that were under scanner, including a CBI report which named Save the Children as we were supporting a particular partner in Gujarat. He was under scanner, so we were also named in that report. So we were a little worried, where it's headed, especially when Greenpeace happened. But the good news is that we got our FCRA. We don't have to worry about it unless we do something terribly stupid to get that thing revoked. We are in a safe space for the next 5 years. So good news about FCRA. Good news about BRISC. What does BRISC stand for? Anybody outside of knowledge management? Yes. Information system. Bal Raksha Information System on Knowledge, and it was supported by IKEA Foundation, and we had a presentation to IKEA Foundation last week, which went extremely well. We were worried about it, but that went extremely well, and I would like to congratulate Dipali Nath as well as the IKEA Punjab team who put in a lot of hard work. But the pain is not behind us. It is just in a way just started. We have to present the entire BRISC by June, Dipali? 1st August. So we are hopeful that we'll be doing a great job of it. Whatever I have seen of it, some of the tables that have been shown to me, it looks some great work that has gone into it. So with that, I close. And any questions? And before we get to Peggy, any questions? My goodness, I spoke for that long. Any questions you have? Yes.
I'm not sure why the state teams have to discuss this individually for their state if they want a work from home policy. Why this is not a national level policy? Because this policy was made by the senior management here, who are also representing the states.
I know, but at that point of time, we started it more as a pilot. So I think it is we have more than 6 months now to or maybe close to a year. Maybe we should have thought of it earlier. Good question. We didn't. But now again, let it go to their own leadership team and let them discuss and go ahead. We should not be actually be saying that this particular state should have this or not. So let the PLT decide that. And all I've said is that I'm okay with it.
But all I'm saying is that this is an HR policy which should be cross-board, uniform for all
Sometimes
the states.
certain things needed to be tested out, whether it's working or
Maybe
not.
we can test it out like a pilot like we did for the national office.
Yeah.
But,
So you're saying that it should have been done even before? Yes, agreed. We didn't.
So now we have the chance.
Now we have the chance. That also agreed. But I'm still giving it to the PLT to decide. Yes. Anybody else?
One request which is part of the policy only.
Can you kids come? You should appreciate my age.
There's another thing related to policy, Thomas, that there are certain times when we have to travel in emergencies and there's lack of time, and then there are policies which we ask for to actually clearance, which happened last week with my team and myself. I had to travel to Lucknow and I had requested for my air travel. If I would have been going by train, the tickets were coming much higher than what I was paying for the
See,
air travel.
again, I think the policy itself covers that. If not, I'm saying, we shouldn't be stupid about policies.
No, but
Policy, it's a very stupid thing that if the train ticket is coming more than the airfare, and you're not allowed to fly because of a stupid policy. Also, women who are traveling in the night all by themselves, I'm saying that there should be exceptions.
But I was rejected and it was not forwarded, and I really had to take a lot of pain for other things to actually manage, and I raised this concern to HR also.
Okay,
That policy
I am
should
just giving it back to HR, and I am saying that if that has happened, I think it is a wrong thing to have happened. We have to change it. We cannot be stupid about policies. If you are traveling late in the night, definitely it is not safer, especially going to Lucknow and places like that. UP, passing through several of those difficult places, and more importantly, we are trying this because we are doing this because we also need to save money. And if we are not saving money, if we ended up spending more, there is no point. I'm sure HR will definitely, unless there is a particular specific exception that happened that night. We don't know.
Move about it.
Yeah. He was informed about it. Okay. Yes. Point taken. Anything else? Anything that is stupid doesn't appeal to common sense. I'm not saying uncommon sense. That doesn't appeal to common sense. You reject it from your end. I will support you.
On the same point, Thomas, like
Yes.
if you are traveling to Lucknow, example I'm giving you, and if the person is coming on the same day, you should also calculate using the hotel accommodation. If the person is saving that, probably he or she can fly.
Yeah, but same day that you can stay the night in the train, come back, and also maybe a flight. I don't
Possible.
know, sir. Something
Possible.
like
If the tickets are cheap, then
Yeah. So
equivalent.
may apply common sense to all these things. Policy is one thing, but you must also apply common sense. But then that shouldn't burden the HR team. Everybody has an exception, then there will be a problem. Many times I also know that people book it in the last minute so that you don't get tickets. If you book in advance, you get tickets, even to travel by train. So one thing is to plan, but then the qualifier here was emergency. If you are traveling for some emergency, one is yes, understandable. Any other questions? Anything else? Yes? No? Questions? No. Okay. Eggy Award. Where is Shweta? Shweta, Smita, both of you come, and I would like you to come and climb. Where is Shweta? Come.
He's going to climb up.
Yeah.
He's the one who's giving away the eggy this time.
Who?
He's going to.
No, you have to first climb and let them see what you are going to say.
He's going to say, he's the one who's giving away. We actually have it first. I always
Yes.
say, can I barge in for 2 minutes before we get
Sure.
to this? Just on the campaign, and because you were on camera, I really also want to acknowledge the state teams, because I know you talked a lot about the national launch, but I think each and every state did a fantastic job of the launch. And I really want to thank Pragya and Rafiq for providing the leadership to the states to kind of make it all come together as one coherent story. And I know I sent out an email, but to the two DPDs and for all the program leads, the project leads, for unstinting support. So this was for me a real breaking of silos, Thomas, and where all the teams came together to really make our campaign a
Good
success.
job.
Thank
Good
you.
job, stage. All of you did a wonderful job. Okay, Eggy.
So OP was the last eggy, and we're just going to connect with the new one.
Does he know?
No.
He doesn't know. Secret. Your award will be announced soon. Yeah.
Hello? Hello?
Hello Ravi, this is OP talking from support office, Gurgaon. Hello. Pranam.
Pranam.
Thomas is here, whole team is here. You are right now with team actually. And it gives me immense pleasure to announce you and nominate you as Eggy Award of the Month. Ravi has demonstrated his admin and logistic skills during the humanitarian relief work, facilitating the logistics and supply chain for helping children in need on time. His timely and efficient way of managing logistics and admin requirements directly aids program team in achieving the program results. Ravi is a simple, straightforward person with G's to help colleagues at any string of time. I feel honored to nominate him for the Aggie Award. I would like to thank him with the bottom of my heart for his good work and wish all the best for his continued support and work in improving lives of children. Congratulations, Ravi, to you.
Congratulations, Ravi. This is Thomas here. Congratulations. And as the award, you also get this wonderful biography of Eglantine Jepp, our founder, a book called The Woman Who Saved the Children, written by Claire Mully, who was also a Save the Children UK staff several years ago. So this is the award that is coming to you. Once again, congratulations and thank you for being there, and thank you for all your contributions so far.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
You can hear he's saying thank you so much to all of us. Thank you. Okay. He can't stop thanking. Okay, anything else you want to say? Otherwise, we are going to disconnect.
Oh, yeah, please disconnect. I'm really glad to hear that I got everyone. And really, Thomas, thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much.
Okay. He's really glad that he got this award and he's thanking us again. Okay. Thanks, Ravi. Thank you. Okay. Okay, we have new joinees. Smita is going to read out and birthday list. Please don't announce my birthday, which happened in April, because you know I cut 4 cakes on that day. All right.
The new joinees, Deepti.
Can you come forward, Deepti?
Deepti, Institutional Partnership Manager.
No, not Deepti of Knowledge Management.
Yeah.
No.
Vibhuti, Institutional Partnership Officer. Pallavi, Corporate Marketing Officer.
Come forward, please.
Kaushik Roy, Global Director, Knowledge Management. Manish, Senior Manager, Knowledge Management under Urban Initiative. Abhinav Singh, Finance Coordinator. Sarthak Agarwal, Finance Assistant. Shrikant Kumar Naik, Finance Officer.
Is that all? All the girls are missing.
Yeah.
Pallavi is not well, and there was one more.
Vibhuti
Deepti.
and Pallavi. Deepti, Vibhuti, Pallavi. All three.
All 3 are missing. Where is Deepti? What is she doing upstairs?
She was here only.
Why did you send her out?
I did, but she was stressed out.
Okay, so call the birthday guys also.
So,
We'll cut
happy
one big
birthday,
cake.
starting from today, Devendra Tyagi, Farooq Shah.
Which only the May one?
Sorry? No, it starts from May, goes on till April.
Oh, going backward.
Farooq Shah, Dilesh Varghese, Sudhir, Deepika, Anish, Rashmi Jain, Mukti Riaz and Thomas Chani.
Come this side, come this side. 36, just turned 36.
Thomas' 36th birthday. That's why you're on now.
Yes. I mean, for all of us, such a small cake.
Oh, we have another one.
Oh, you got another one. So, always the youngest in the lot, in both lots, there should be a fight for it.
I think you're fighting for it now.
Yeah, no, I can see somebody younger than me. Who is the youngest? Anybody below 20 here? Below 30 here? Not even below 30? How old are you? 27! Come on! Come on, come on. So, which department have you joined? Finance. Today, it's your first day. Okay. You are happy joining us? You are from Pune? Where are you from? Delhi only. Okay, good. So, okay, anybody younger than King Priya?
Actually, the eldest is the youngest.
Eldest and the youngest.
Eldest and the youngest.
Very good.
Youngest
Fine.
right?
I don't know who the eldest is. Okay, who is the youngest among birthdays? Anybody below 20, below 30, 31? Below 30. Okay. Both of you cut the cake. This cake you cut and that cake you cut. And you got to feed all the birthday babes and babies. Go ahead, sir. Somebody photograph. Happy birthday to you. And welcome as well to all the new joinees. Good. Thank you. Thank you. Where are the samosas? Where's the chai?
Happy birthday.